connecting to different physical locations. I can feel the contrast, I can feel the difference between one place, we'll say one country, from another country, or a similar space, right? Like one doctor's office from another doctor's office, we'll say, just for simplicity's sake. And what I'm speaking of specifically is the earth. Feeling into the frequency or the energy of the physical earth. Feeling the differences and noticing the way that I become more aware. It's almost like an attunement or a refinement, a feeling of refinement, deeper understanding to myself and to my connection to myself, as well as my connection to the earth. It's a beautiful experience, and surely if somebody's watching this and has had a similar experience, you know what I'm talking about on some level. It's so subtle, and that's really what I want to touch base upon, and what I feel called to share is about the subtleties of experiencing and how much these things go unnoticed or undervalued when we're caught up in life, or especially when we're experiencing depression. Those subtleties are so hard to detect because of perhaps like desensitization, perhaps because you are desensitized from experiencing pain or abuse, or you're desensitized because you're actually taking substances that are desensitizing you, that are perhaps supposed to help you overcome a particular challenge. So I want everybody to feel welcome in this space, in that even if we're not going through depression, we're supporting people who are perhaps going through this, or even if you are somebody who's going through this experience, you yourself can understand that as somebody in a supportive role, they are too caring about you. You might not feel that way. You might not feel like anybody really cares about you, right? I've been there. And sometimes those feelings surface for me even though I'm not depressed, right? But when you're in the supportive role, or when you are being supportive, it's just having this mutual understanding and gaining this awareness that neither of those positions are desirable. They're not fun to be in, and they're very challenging to navigate, especially as we're trying to take care of ourselves, we're trying to maintain our own life, or we are doing everything in our power to control the controllables, do what we can, right? Life is so beautiful. It's so simple. And there doesn't need to be anything so extravagant for you to recognize this, for you to feel this way. I recall times in my life where there was nothing special going on, on paper. The way that things appeared didn't look that special. Maybe it was a small room, maybe it was hot, maybe it was smelly, a lot of people, nothing that fun or exciting happening, but I was able to enjoy the company. I was able to appreciate things for what they were. Yes, because I had to, because that was the situation at hand, but also because I genuinely just enjoyed myself. And when I find myself in these spaces where I'm dipping in my energy or I'm going low, I like to reflect on those moments where I didn't need what I think I need now. I didn't grasp at anything that I find so important now. So this is a recentering for me. You know, having desires, truly wanting more for yourself is naturally occurring. You're always going to want more for yourself. You're always going to seek some level of expansion, right? And when you are refusing to expand and you are only contracting, and you are staying tense, or you're holding the breath and you're not releasing, you're going to experience pain. You're going to experience suffering. So this is reflecting. This is something that you can see in all areas of life. So the concept is very simple, and you don't really even have to think about it too deeply. Just know that when we feel like we're missing out on something, when we feel like, you know, there's something not enough, this feeling of not enough, a lack of fulfillment within yourself, within your being, just enjoying, or an attachment, like it's like something is grasping at you, begging you to believe that what you are experiencing is not beautiful, it's not harmonious, it's not perfect as it is. You are stripping yourself from being able to actually have the experience of the subtlety, of being able to detect that feeling. And it's very apparent to me, like when I move from one place to another place. So yeah, that is deep, and it's really fun for me. And it is more of a grand experience. One day I was looking at the Grand Canyon, and then the next day I was exploring an ocean, we'll say, with sands and palm trees, and it was absolutely incredible, right? So you're going to be able to feel that contrast. You're going to be able to detect it more viscerally. But what is going to get you into that position, if that's something that you wish to experience, it doesn't even have to be that large of a scale. It could be something more subtle, like, right? You can desire to go to a different store, a different clothing store, right? And that could be your exciting thing, which has a different energy to it, a different level of contrast. So it doesn't have to be that spectacular, but the feeling is the same. The core of it, the essence of that experience is the same. And you can see it in every place and space if you notice it, if you become aware of it. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to bring you an awareness, something that has helped me immensely. Sometimes that's going back in time, right? That's something that you can do. You can think back in time to a space where all the things that are just holding you and making you feel like, limited in some way, they weren't relevant, and yet you were still satisfied. You know, these downward spirals that perhaps the people that we are supporting, or the downward spirals that you yourself may be going in, I think it's natural. I really do see that some of these things are very natural, especially because everything is connected. The more you connect and are able to detect these subtle energies, the more you see how relevant it is, our connectivity, our oneness. And it's very fascinating to see that and to understand that. But you can truly apply that to your own life so that you can prevent yourself from spiraling downward or speaking negatively or feeling hopeless when you're supporting somebody who's going in this direction. So all you want to do is grasp. You want to make sure like you care about people. You don't want to go in a downward spiral, and you don't want the people you love to go in a downward spiral. It is safe to say that nobody wants that. Sometimes it's not safe to say, in which case you should remove yourself from those situations more often than not. Or you should address what is within you that you are allowing yourself to have those sorts of experiences. And there's a learning lesson in that too. There's a light in that as well. We have to go through what we go through. I say it all the time. Clarity is being able to sit with yourself. Truly, being able to be in solitude, being able to appreciate what is. And there's no better recipe for disaster than to not like what you're seeing in your life and to stare at it and to ruminate and to fixate upon it and to hold on to it. It is a major challenge, especially if it's something that's triggering, that's deep-seated, to have something surface and then consciously choose to regulate yourself. There's people who are here to help you. So if you have an inclination to help somebody, or you have an inclination to do something as simple as whatever, go forth and do it, because you could be that for somebody. That support that somebody needed, right? Or if you are going through that yourself, do what you have to do. Cry. Be in pain. But realize that there are things readily available to you. As you fixate upon the issue, as you fixate upon the lack of a solution, the solution will not be presented to you whatsoever. Hold yourself. You can hold yourself. It's really challenging when there's nobody there to be there for you and you're feeling these things. It's also very exhausting when you're holding on to something, a notion that something has to change and become more than what it is. So you lose sight of the actual experience. And it's truly, there's really not much else to say about that. But what I will inspire, my foot is falling asleep, what I will inspire within you is this feeling that subtlety gives you. Right? Like truly listening to the sounds that are around you. Listening to the sounds of life as you walk the streets, as you are in the sidewalk, or as you are going to the gym, or whatever you might be doing. Listening to these things like a soundtrack.
I'm pretty sure these are magnolias.
Or
magnolias. I'm gonna sing a song.
Really having this deep appreciation, deepening, practice deepening your sense of appreciation for those things that bring you joy. And if there is tension in your body, again, you're not going to be able to detect those subtleties. So, yes,
the balancing game.
Being physically present is necessary. Stagnation in your physical body is not going to allow you to take it to that level. Sometimes we hold ourselves back from even putting ourselves in a position to move our energy, take a walk, we'll say, because there is some sort of image that you are upholding in your head that might not be something that is in reach for you at this time, or it's not even important to you, it doesn't even matter to you really, and it triggers emotions within you, such as anger, sadness, frustration, grief, all those things that you don't want to feel. So, the response is to rebel or to resist. But the solution is not that. The solution is truly to find what works for you. Forget about other people. Forget about them. If it's not for you, if it doesn't resonate for you, there's always going to be something that's better for you. So that's why you're here. You're watching this because the position that you're in, it serves you best to hear things in this light. And that can be a gateway into other places and spaces that will take you to that next level, that will take you to the next step. So yeah, I hope you guys hear that woodpecker. It's very loud. Take some time, tune in to the ground. Ground yourself. Do whatever you gotta do to ground, to be on the earth. 5 minutes, sure. Take the time though. An hour, 2 hours. All of this negative energy that we hold, that has stored itself over years and years and years, that needs to go somewhere. And sometimes it's not only gonna come out from physical activity. You have to breathe through these things. This earth is taking the negativity, the things that don't belong in your body, the toxins in your body, whether it's energetic toxins or, toxins from your breathing. This earth is here to be in harmony with you, to help assist you. You cannot carry all of that weight. I mean, surely you can, but you don't have to. It is likely that many of us have been taught to. And so sometimes you need some sort of permission to do so. It's safe to do that for yourself, to help yourself be supported. Allow yourself to be supported. Practice being supported. Just like you would practice the guitar or the violin or the piano. It's not easy. You're not just gonna, unless you're some kind of a masterful genius. But more often than not, it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of hours of putting in that work to be able to come out successful or to feel any type of proud of what you're doing, what you've created, musically speaking. Same thing. Practicing giving yourself permission to be supported in the ways that you have been deprived of, probably, or have just been depriving yourself of. All about responsibility, all about accountability here. So yeah, I'm grateful for you guys watching, and I look forward to sharing more.